Well, good morning, everybody. How y'all doing today? There, we got a couple of babies here on the ground. She's a second calver, this one right here, Red 8. She had herself a little black bull this morning. And an older cow of ours, she's just in the process of dropping her cleanings here. She green 60 or green 24 right here. She had a little black heifer calf right there. You go to mom. Piss off, you little shit. There she goes. But these guys are all starting to look pretty good. Even with all the weathering storms that we've had. And where is she? Right here. Taking a whiz right here. This one was born yesterday morning. This little black heifer off of one of the cows that we just bought. So.
Want me to keep the ones in? Or no? It's pretty nice out.
It's pretty nice out. We can let them go. If they go out, they go out. So we're gonna drop this shit in the feeder, and then that bale we got to get it the hell out of here. This is stuff, them slew hay bales that I put on the back side of the windbreaks for the wind snowstorm that we were having to help close that in back there. That's what this stuff is all from. And the cows, yeah, over the last couple of days, they kind of got into the bales, rubbed on them, wrecked them, blah, blah, blah. But calves are wanting to come out. So I'll just wait a few minutes and we'll deal with this stuff and we'll bring you guys back later. Alrighty guys, so here we are with the ProPush 2044, the Kuhn. CP just ran to my buddy's place to get a chain come along. We're gonna, I'll show you here. And if you look at that right there, looks like it's pulled out. So that's because all the welds are breaking out of it. So we're going to work at pulling that in and then getting it re-welded. For that pipe that was in the frame, that was all busted out. So what we did, we torched it all out. I showed you guys that yesterday. Now I got the steel that we picked up yesterday. So this is what's in there. This piece right here, and this is 2.5 240 wall, and it slides right over top of the 2-inch, and it's actually 219 wall, like a 1/16 smaller than what 240 would be, right? So we put a piece of the smaller stuff. I went like 2.5 3 inches into this piece, and that piece, the smaller piece, it goes all the way to about here, right about that point. So we hammered it inside there, and then we slid the bigger stuff in over top, and I left myself not quite like 3/16 to act as for a through and through weld when I weld all three pieces together, basically, is what I'm trying to say, right? And then welded this pipe in here and then in here all the way around. So that smaller piece, our shaft that runs through here, it'll catch on there. I got a bushing that's going to go here, and I also made another bushing, a steel one, that's going to go on the end over here. And now what I've done, because kind of a dumb setup, they got bushings in the axle, but right here where the shaft went through, it rode steel on steel. So I cut a bushing that's going to go from this side all the way across to the back side, so it's flush right here, okay? And we'll tack that in, and then our shaft will run through that. CP just got back with the chain. Come along. Thanks, babe. So yeah, fun, right? And I think that'll work. Also, the shaft was wore down in a couple of points, like right on the end. So I built it up a little bit, and then it was wore down really bad here, and I built it up in there, that wear point. It's a little bit right here, but I'm just gonna leave that. It's so fine. I figured I'll be fine with that spot. So here's the bushings. This one goes in that spot, and this one's just a little bit bigger. See that? So this one's gonna go in the end of the axle piece. Anyways, I guess no time like the present. Let's get at it, right? Woohoo! Alrighty, guys. Well, it took a while. And then we stopped for lunch, and then we had company shortly thereafter. So basically, what the heck time is it? Like 3 o'clock?
No idea.
But the axle is back in. So I put a bushing in here, one of them steel bushings. I got the brass bushing in here. Then I got a steel bushing from this point pretty much all the friggin' way to the end there. I built up the shaft so it fits in the hole on the end there, the eye hole better. We've welded up our cracks that was in here. Heavy welded all of this back into place underneath the sides. Re-welded all of that. Fish plated, welded the cracks in here, fish plated all of that up again. And when this is sitting somewhat level, look at the gap that's in there. Like friggin' near an inch of gap, guys. And this thing was sitting right down onto the frame. That's how it is on the other side. So huge difference now. So now all we got to do is get the tires on her and then start attacking the other side. Yahoo, fun. Okay, we'll bring you back later. Alrighty, guys, so axle number 2 is out. And there you can see it's kind of slopped out here, but that's just a matter of getting the proper bushing in there. Got it torch cut out, but check this out. That's the friggin' pipe. You can see the chunks have been breaking out of it for a while. There's a chunk of it that came out when I knocked it out. Friggin' ridiculous, right? And so hopefully with everything we're doing, we're gonna fix this one exactly the same. Thanks, babe. Exactly the same as we did the other side. So hopefully this is the trick, right? Anyway, pitter patter, let's get at her. We'll talk to you guys later. Alrighty, guys. Well, babe, can't see you. Lighting is shit. Can you guys see us?
Horrible.
There, how's that?
Look at my hair.
Oh, come on. Look at my hair. I look like an old fat chubby man.
It's been a long day. I probably have dirt all over my face.
Yeah, we do. We're in there underneath. See all this wet floor, guys? See how it's wet in there and all on here? Well, that's the manure moisture dripping, and all that water under there, that's shit water from this friggin' machine. But guess what? This side is done. So all we got to do is get the rubber on her. Put the tires on, and this side is all built up exactly the same as the other side. And here, I'll show you. If I can hold that stable enough. Look at the gap in there, guys. CP's got it for me. See how much gap is in there now? Same as the other side. There's like an inch gap for this to rotate up and down. Not 1 inch in that point. So when this thing is basically level, let it go, babe. So when this thing is basically level where it is right now, she can rotate basically 6 inches either way, which is a foot here, 6 inches there, or a foot there, right? See that? So makes a huge difference. And all it took was for them to friggin' do some friggin' maintenance. And it's a shitty setup, because this plate right here, that 1/2 inch plate or 5/8 plate, should have had a bushing in it, not just the steel shaft that went through a friggin' hole. So now it's all bushinged out. It's a steel bushing, it's not a brass one, but that's gonna last a hell of a lot longer, I think. Anyway, now we gotta fight to get that tire on, which won't be too bad, but that one is a son of a bitch to get on there. Okay, not quite done yet, but we're getting closer by the minute. Talk to you guys in a bit. Alrighty, guys. So, this is axle rebuilding, I guess you could call it. And where Kuhn basically screwed up when they manufactured this machine, and I think I said it before, was in this steel shaft that's on the end of this plate, and there's a new grease nipple there. It goes through, and this plate, it goes through that plate. There's no bushing on there, so the shaft is just wearing hard on that steel plate. No bushing of any kind in there. There is now. We put one in. Also, they use 1.5 inch bushing, brass bushing, on this edge, inside their pipe, and then another one at the far end, 20 inches away. Nothing through the center whatsoever. So make sure that your friggin' bushings are greased properly, and make sure that they're not moving inside there. Because on this one, the bushing was wore down, but it was way back 6 inches inside. It wasn't to the outside edge here. So, and that pipe was all blown up too. It was all fucked up. So grease them. We ran a tube pretty much all the way through the whole friggin' thing on both sides. A steel bushing. And then the shaft runs through that the full friggin' length. When you hit it with the grease, we've got grease going all the way through. So that's the way it should be. Not this friggin' Mickey Mouse friggin' garbage. Just like up here, when Kuhn manufactured this thing, they run a friggin' 7/8 bolt through a 1 inch ID friggin' pipe. Just standard pipe. And the pipe didn't even go from outside to outside. It went from outside to inside. What the hell is that kind of bullshit? From outside here to inside here. That was just stupid. Then it all friggin' gets slopped out. The bolt is all screwed up. Well, now we've got proper bushings here also. There's no grease nipples on those, but it's better than it was. I can oil the bejesus out of that quite easily. So there's another problem. I do have one more weld job to do on this thing that I know of for sure. I never got to it yet, and it's end of day. My back is killing me from lifting these axles up and down. I got to get in here and weld that up. And I think that's the last one. But that's for tomorrow. Also tomorrow we'll do a full greasing on all of the under drive line. Here's one of them right here. So we'll grease all that up. And then we'll maybe see about getting the belting mounted on this on the outside edges. Babe, what are you doing? Cleaning my mess? Cleaning your mess. So, anyway, we gotta go check on some cows, babe.
Yeah, just.
Here we are.
Yeah.
So, guys, there you go.
My hair.
Fun, fun, fun. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share this video. If you guys know anyone that's got one of these machines, tell them to check this out, because there's a lot of work involved with ripping that out. And if you're not prepared for it, make sure you got your steel, make sure you got your pipes, and then it'll go not bad. The first one took us a while because
we didn't know what we were doing.
we didn't know what we were doing. I've never taken one of these apart before. But once we got it apart and got it all fixed up and put it in, the other one actually went not too bad. We did it in what, 3-4 hours?
Yeah.
So not so bad, really. So, and now I've got steel left over. I bought extra. So if somebody's out there that's got one of these machines that needs fixing, bring it on over. CP and I'll get you fixed up in no time. Anyways, with that, we got to check on some cows, and we'll catch you guys maybe tomorrow. Yeah. Fun, fun, fun. Let's get her done.